Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Hollywood After Dark. Slightly earlier tonight, of course, it is the 28th of November 2021. Tonight, the internet will melt. Spider-Man No Way Home tickets go on sale. Bruce Campbell opening up about quitting the Evil Dead, and my worst fears confirmed. Galactic Starcruiser looking a bit like ass. All that and more here tonight. Hollywood After Dark. Let's effing go. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the show. It's a little early tonight. I will fully admit. Usually I'm on around 10:30, 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I went out tonight doing delivery driving, and you know what? We hit the holiday season, inflation rates, and people still eating them holiday leftovers and Thanksgiving leftovers. So it's kind of dead that I come home tonight and spend a little bit of the evening with you guys. It's going to be a bit of a shit show as we wait for the Spider-Man tickets to go on sale. Actually, they just went on sale right now. So I guess we'll pretty much have to kick off the night by covering that stuff. But before we dive into that, as I get myself here absolutely all prepped up, let me just give a quick look here at the chat and some shouts out. We got Luke Stone, first guy of the night, first comment of the evening, says, "Hello, Matt. Hope you're doing well." I'm doing well, buddy. Thank you so much. Just want to say you're my favorite YouTuber. Man, thank you for some... thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much, man. I love what I do. And now there's pressure, and I might screw up now. I'm just going to say, but thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that. And yet you're welcome for doing the streams. I enjoy doing them too. We got Geek Studios. Andrew saying here, the AMC site just crashed. I don't know, man. I'm just looking at it right now, and it's definitely still kind of doing okay. We'll have to wait and see, though, how the whole thing plays out. Let me just double check bring that up here. AMC theaters at the moment, it is, as we can see, recycling itself. Is trying to refresh. It might go down. Let's see if it gives it to us. I don't quite know. But as we're waiting on this one, Music Man here says, I thought the tickets go on sale at midnight. They do. EST, of course, West Coast, Best Coast gets in 3 hours early, as always. Let's see, Geeks here says, that's right, it's midnight on the East Coast now. John Campy is also doing a live stream for No Way Home. I know, man. I know. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a bit of a mess. Laser Luke asking if I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just ticked off. About that. So as I talked about last night on the show, my friend, I thought my friend, Mad Max the Mandalorian had accused me of gaslighting him. I finally was able to confront him over it. And I just all I said is I want an apology. And he refuses to do it. So in the meantime, I don't think I'll be working with Max until I get it, because I feel like I'm owed that, and I'm going to stand by my guns and not going to be bullied. So anyway, there's that one here. DC Big Oso Ya says, leave it to Spider-Man to break the internet. Hey, I'm just saying, man. Yes, because it's Spider-Man, and he is legit. Here it is. AMC first NFT. This is it right here. The first 86,000 AMC A-list stubs premieres or Investor Connect. What the fuck is that? Members to purchase and or reserve tickets for or attend the 12/16 Showtime Spider-Man will receive an exclusive Spider-Man NFT. And if I recall, these Spider-Man NFTs are like ecologically friendly. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't understand NFTs as well as I maybe should. I'm just going to be realistic here with you guys. I maybe don't get them as well as I should. But that being said, if you want to score an NFT, maybe now is the time to do it, a non-fungible token. But let's take a look here over at fandango.com. It seems that the site is up. I was able to refresh it. We don't see right now, at least right on the front page. You figure they would have that. Let me just go in. Spider-Man. Let me look that up here. If it's going to give it to me. It may not give it to me. Let's Fandango is down, folks. Fandango is down. That is not good. That's one. That's two. AMC is kind of running a little bit iffy at the moment. It's kind of there. What the hell? Ghost Trap at a MacGuffin's bar mixed with Crystal Head vodka. If you want to go to a MacGuffin's bar and get your hands on a Dan Aykroyd sponsored drink, you can do it. Well, let's take a look here. Adamtickets.com. They're going to be Adam Tickets. They come on, man. Come on. Yeah, AdamTickets.com looks like it is down as well. Oh, Gateway timeout, folks. That's 3 for 3. How is Regal doing here? Let's see what Regal says. Yes, I live in Olympia. Small town Olympia is, not that big of one. Okay, cookies notification, that's fine. I'm okay with that one. All right, Regal seems to be working. There we go. Can we click on the... 5013 service unavailable right now, folks. It is down. All right, let's take a quick... I want to see what's going on with the Cinemark here. Cinemark. All right, let's see what Cinemark is saying. Is it down as well? I thought I had Cinemark all the way up. I guess it's all still down at the moment in time. Mitch Cohen here says, AMC crying angel tears. Oh, yeah. Anthony Cheeseman here says, AMC better now die. I need my AMC A-list. Yeah, I know. It better not die, man. It better not die. Wizard, the Cyber Demon says, Dango down. Dango down. That's a great slogan for something here. Obviously, Cinemark is down. AMC, Regal, all of these sites are down. This is the premier event of the year, folks. 100% the premier event of the year. Saggy here saying everyone on Twitter is saying it's all down. That's right. Shidoko says here, trying to get tickets. I know, man. Me too. If it pops up, I'm going to try. I should check my phone, see if I can get it on my phone. I'm going to try my phone. I'll see. Let me see if I can log in. All right. Let me just bring it. Do I have the app up here? Do I have the app? I might. Nope. There we go. Let me find it. All right. I'm logging in with my phone right now in the Cinemark app. Let's see here. I saw the question asked if Cinemark is better than AMC. Anthony asking. There's no AMC near me. So I have either a Cinemark or a Regal, and the Cinemark is closer, and it's just a nicer theater, in my opinion. And the prices are still pretty decent. So there's that. But right now we are seeing this absolutely all the websites. I mean, I can't even log into Cinemark app on the phone. This thing is going to be down everywhere. Rainbow the Gamer here saying, obviously, damn, everything is dead. I mean, almost like something evil is controlling it. Almost like something nefarious, perhaps Mephisto-like, is keeping us from buying these tickets. Andy Handy. Sorry, dude. I love your name. Andy Handy. Every site is crashing. Half of US, Canada booking tickets right now. That is true. Murdoch J asking the question, could this movie be the first $1 billion movie in the pandemic? I do not know. I believe it might. I believe it has every reason, possibility to do it. I have no doubt in my mind it could do it. We'll have to wait and see. John Doe here, also representing the Cinemark, damn straight. Andy Handy. I'm such an immature bastard that this makes me laugh. Saying here, Electro is crashing the sites. I know, man. Maybe Jamie Foxx is out there saying movie's gonna suck. Mia Jones here with the hot take here as we start to look through. Says, am I the only one not excited for this Spider-Man movie? Maybe it's the hype that's turning me off to it. It gives me Star Wars final movie or finally movie. I see what you're saying, Mia, and I get it, right? So here's my take on this one. Your mileage will vary on your first screening of the film simply because you are going to have that anticipation in your mind. If that is not there, then you might look at it a little bit better, but obviously there's a lot of hype. So people are going to go into it extremely hyped up. And if it doesn't meet the expectations, which at some point in time is going to become so hyped up, you're never going to be able to reach those expectations. Then it might come across as a bit disappointing. But you know what? Here's the thing with that. You give it a couple of days, you rest, you kind of let it get into your mind. You think about it a little bit. You go back, you watch it again, and you'll see some new things you hadn't seen before. And that is the reason why movies are great, because upon repeated viewing, you get a pickup on little things that you might have missed your first time, and then you might grow a deeper affection for the film. So if you're not excited for it, that's actually okay. But still go see it, because you might find yourself being happy here. Laser Luke Gaming here says, I live in Puerto Rico, so the tickets to Spider-Man are not confirmed yet, but at least I still have time. Well, Yeah. I live in a town of like 40,000 people, so it's like I should have no problem getting tickets, but if I could actually get into the website. Classy Ulysses here says, "You think No Way Home will either be loved or disappointed?" I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be loved, right? I'm thinking it's going to be loved. But the reason why I say that is because it has high expectations. But I'm going to tell you what I believe is going to be the canary in the coal mine, which is interesting because it's literally the next comment on the stream. And that is from Andrew Casali here, who says, Tobey Maguire, baby. And so for Andrew, if Tobey Maguire isn't in the movie, what exactly is he going to do? That's my question. You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to insinuate that Andrew's going to do anything terrible. I not at all. What I mean is I don't know how he's going to react. Right? DeGrassi here says you are going to be disappointed. That's kind of, and I kind of agree with you. For me, Deadpool was the same way because I was so into the marketing of Deadpool that I ended up just finding myself really, you know, having issue, you know, just kind of like not getting into it 100% right off the bat. All right, so Fandango is up, but are we getting the opportunity to get the tickets for Spider-Man? The answer to that is no. They are keeping it from us, you bastards. Let's try that again. Maybe we're gonna get our hands on an actual thing here. Maybe we'll get another error as we're waiting for that to load up. Let's take another look here at adamtickets.com. Maybe we're going to see something here. Oh, still down over on adam.com. At least that's what it's showing me. Over here, we got nothing just yet. AMC's back up, but we don't know what we're going to see with this one. AMC has a 34-minute line online or like at the store, because I don't quite know yet how that's going to work out. Stephen Wolf asking if we're going to be getting the final trailer on Monday. I think we might definitely get something as it comes on in. But I'm going to be joined here right now by Caden, as well as the non-Kino Cinephile. How's it going, guys?
What's up, Jarvo?
Going good here, guys. Getting my microphone here. Just give me my headphones, and then I'll be ready to go. All right.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
I'm almost there. I promise. Just,
all right. Andy here says that Fandango is owned by Universal Studios. They don't support Sony movies. Well, you know, I mean here's
comicbook.com is owned by Viacom CBS. So
yeah, but let's see here. Resident Evil is a Sony movie, by the way. You've got Venom's a Sony movie. You know, what else is here? That's a Sony. Oh, Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's a Sony movie. So I'm kind of gonna have to disagree with you there on that one, Andy. Just saying. RJ here says AMC is working kinda.
And then he says, never mind.
Oh, hopefully. Then never mind. This is like, definitely
it's working. Hopefully. Actually, never mind.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you just don't know. You just don't know. You know, let's jump over here to Regal Movies. Maybe we can get something here. Oops, that's the one I want to look at later on. And Cinemark getting that back up on the screen.
I know that who does Eric Davis
doesn't Eric Fandango Davis... He works for Fandango, yeah. I haven't looked on
yes, Eric Davis said that that he's going to have something special in the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it's, but the thing is it's not going to be what you think it is.
It's not going to be Toby and Andy. Yeah. Like me, Ned, and MJ, and Peter, aka Tom, and Zendaya, and Jacob, doing like a little interview, like a little press.
Or Willem Dafoe is going to pop up or something like that. Yeah. Or Alfred Molina is going to be in it or something along those lines. That's what it's going to be. Something that we already know.
Or Thomas Hayden Church. Oh my God.
I mean, we don't even know if you know, like it could just be Sandman as Sandman, but it may not be him at all.
We'll find out soon.
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. It's all right, dude. It's all right.
How's my audio doing here? I just got a new microphone. Does it sound good or?
It sounds okay.
All right, cool.
Sounds okay.
How you guys doing tonight?
Yeah, it's been an okay evening. Just you know, definitely
Is there
ready
like
to
some more fandom bullshit going on? Like I've been hearing a lot of like weird stuff going on Twitter, which you should never do, by the way, anybody that actually has real life, But
wait, what do you like in regards to which fandom?
I don't know, like this Marvel, Snyder, Star. I mean, they all kind of blend together these days. If I'm being honest with you, like it's just I don't know, it's crazy. I heard there was like something with like the Snyder fans that was going on for like.
I mean, well, okay, so like, yeah, it's been weird. Zack Snyder posted an image of a turkey, like our video clip of a turkey, and behind him, out of focus on the table, was a Final Crisis graphic novel omnibus. And so a lot of people are believing that there's something there. I think that it's not, and apparently that is just too much for some people.
God, people need to go see more fucking movies. Like, just oh my god, just Jesus Christ.
Well, look, I'm not gonna disparage them for being passionate. I'm a passionate individual myself.
I know.
As to what it is, I think what it really boils down to, as we just kind of navigate this whole situation, is just that there's passion, and then I think there's reality, and oftentimes the two kind of meld together.
Yeah.
And there's blurred lines. Obviously, there's blurred lines. I think when you want something real bad, you might manufacture some things, and I've done it too. Oh my God. Like I daydream like all the time,
Same here, buddy. All the time.
Like I remember when I moved to San Diego, I was a senior in high school, and this was 1999, or no, this was 2000. But like 10 Things I Hate About You had come out like a year earlier. And I'm going to this high school for the last 6 months of my high school career. And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be cool? Like if I was like the Joseph Gordon-Levitt of like that story. And I come to the school as a new guy. And, all of a sudden, like I'm trying to hit on like the hottest chick here. I mean, that would never fucking happen, but you think about it. Right. But like, you don't let it, you might daydream, but you don't let it dictate every waking moment of your existence.
Yeah. I have some of those things there too. Sometimes I always daydream that I'm like the Tom Holland Spider-Man because that Spider-Man relates so much to me. But it is what it is.
Sure.
There you go. But yeah. So if you guys had like a good Thanksgiving, like because I sure did. I'm in like LA right now. I'm like I had to go to the Oregon coast with my family, and we watched a couple of great movies. We walked on the beaches. Thing I always like doing. I always like taking photos on the beach. I'm a big photographer myself, so. There's that, and I saw like a lot of good movies. I saw a couple bad ones, but yeah, I think I recommended one of them to you. I think like around 20 minutes ago, Tick Tick Boom, starring Andrew Garfield. My God, dude, like no hyperbole. It's one of the fucking best movies of the goddamn year. Like, holy shit, does that movie hit hard? Like so hard, especially if you're like an artist, and it does something that La La Land is afraid to do, which is that it really dives into like why like certain relationships just won't work out. And like if you know the history of like Jonathan Larson, the guy that created the Tick Tick Boom Broadway, you'll actually know that he actually like died the night of his like first previews. So like all of that struggle was kind of for nothing, and like he never got to see the success he made like after that, and it was like really crazy there. It was really it really made me cry, dude. It's one of the most emotional films about being an artist, and I fucking ate it up.
Nice. I mean, there's a lot of, there's movies like that. I think like I really do feel like Netflix has kind of been like knocking it out of the park this year with just not only the variety of content, but what they've been trying to do. Because this year was like a new movie every week.
Yeah.
And they were really holding things for the end there. But RJ here says I got in via the AMC app, a 41-minute wait. Well, then what's stopping you from coming on the stream, RJ?
Yeah, RJ.
You're like, I'm gonna go to bed and like.
Yeah, I still got to post that episode of me and RJ. Still, I've been so busy, like just holy shit, it's been crazy, man. Living in LA is not fucking cheap, dude.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I moved in after the when the recession was ending.
Yeah.
So like everything was a lot cheaper. I recently looked up the rent on my former apartment, and it's like when I was there it was $1,275.
Yeah.
And then now it's up to like $2,300, I think.
Yep. Oh yeah, they're pretty high.
It's pretty, and then even almost 5 years ago, I moved out of Portland because when I bought my house, and they were going to raise my rent from roughly like 1,100 to 1,500 a month,
Yeah,
which was just insane for like the shitty little apartment we were in.
yeah, it's crazy,
And
dude.
but it was because we were around the corner from Nike's worldwide headquarters.
Yep.
So Nike and Intel, their headquarters were right there. So obviously they had a lot of people coming on into work. Now that apartment complex 5 years later, the rent is still about 1,600 a month for that same unit. It's just insane.
Everybody wants to live in the coats, dude. Everybody. Here's the thing about like again, I'm here to be political. Think about the whole housing thing is that everybody, like, there is like a bunch of like affordable housing. It's just not in the places people want to be. Like again, like everybody wants to be on the goddamn coast. So like the rent gets higher and higher and higher. And like all the companies gonna get there, and it just becomes like a giant rat race. You know what I mean?
Yeah, William Powell here says, if anyone is in Vegas, hit him up. I'll have about 50 seats available for our screening. Well, William, where can they find you for people who are not, who don't know who you are specifically, but who might be in Las Vegas? So let me know that, and I will definitely, I'll definitely share that out there. Let's see. Hold on. Who said this here? Talking about Netflix. Degrassi here says Netflix will be the first major streamer to fall many years, but they'll be the first. See, I disagree with that. If they start curating content, it's like this is where we talked about this last night on the stream, like with Marvel and Disney content, like on Disney Plus. Marvel is going to be the content for Disney Plus as long as that content keeps coming, and Star Wars is also going to be there, and Pixar as well, and the other brands that they have. As long as that content keeps coming and it's quality, they're going to be able to like to live on for a long time. Netflix, I do believe, is going to have to like. I think they're going to have to reformat a few things. But I think it was that Disney is going to put out $30 billion in like original content for 2022.
And that's not even for like Disney Plus. It's actually for both Hulu and Disney Plus there. And Hulu has like a lot of stuff there. And by the way, did you check out the Hulu series Only Murders in the Building, by the way? Because
I have not seen it yet, but I've heard good things about it.
That's a big hit for Hulu there. And plus Hulu actually does a lot of great content as well there. So like Disney kind of has like a nice balance of adult content and kids content. So when you get
and that's the thing is they're trying to talk about merging the two together.
I think that's a mistake though.
Yeah, I mean, I think selling it as a bundle package is your best bet.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think because I mean I pay for Hulu and I pay like $13 a month for the ad-free version, but I really only watch like Bob's Burgers and like The Great North on there. I might watch something else like a kids movie or something.
Yeah.
But it's not my go-to for anything.
Yeah.
And that has a lot to do with the fact that like, I mean, I don't watch a lot of regular television anymore.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does, if we're being honest. I mean, it's all being streamed there. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But you know what streaming service I haven't used a lot of, but I should really, is actually HBO Max. Like, I did see King Richard. I thought it was pretty good, but like, man, I keep forgetting that like Succession's on there, and I still got to check up that series. I know I'm like way behind on TV than is the movies, but I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, HBO Max is just an extension of HBO. So if the quality of television that you're used to watching on HBO is something that you enjoy, then you're going to be happy with HBO Max. Yeah. I'd argue right now, like Paramount Plus is probably one of the better bets just because of Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, and the massive Paramount library. Never mind like all the CBS library as well. So there's a lot there on that front. And then, I mean, again, it's inexpensive. I was even talking today. I'm like, I think Quibi was absolutely underrated. It just came out at the wrong time.
Yeah. Speaking of underrated content there, do you actually know what's probably my personal favorite streaming service? It's actually Apple TV Plus. I probably mentioned that before on the stream before, but that to me is probably one of the best streaming services out today, because they have like not only like their original content is so fantastic. Like I really loved Foundation, The Morning Show, Ted Lasso. And
I hear a lot about Dickinson. I hear that's really good.
Dickinson's really good. They just started releasing a new show called with Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd, The Shrink.
Oh yeah, The Shrink is in. I actually started checking that out during Thanksgiving break. It's actually really good. Like again, I think they're going to be a real standout there. And I hope, and hopefully they don't go the way of Quibi where they get shut down. But then again, it's Apple. They have
No,
like
Apple's got like infinite pockets.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even worried about Apple. Quibi, the problem with Quibi is that Katzenberg got really fucking like egotistical over it.
Yeah.
You know, and like the concept of like the 6-minute show or 6-minute episode, because they took like one of those movies, I think the movie, the show Flipped, right? Was
10
basically
episodes.
it was like basically a movie that they just chopped into like 6-minute episodes. It was really good, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, people could have easily
Sam
been
Raimi
talking.
was gonna have a show there.
He did. It was the 50 States of Fright.
Oh right,
Yeah, I think they did like 2 seasons of that, and like they did Reno 911, and
Didn't they like have a Ty Sheridan show in there as well?
I think so. Yeah, they did. I mean, like Sophie. Oh God,
Sophie's Choice. Actually, I gotta look
Sophie's Choice.
Sophie's Choice, the series coming to Quibi.
Yeah.
And they also had
oh my God,
Anna Kendrick, that show. Anna Kendrick
Dummy was stupid, but it was funny. Yeah, that was pretty good. It's all on the Roku channel now, so it's like, and it's like that was the biggest problem with Quibi, was Quibi wasn't available on every format people could watch it. Like the idea is you want to have people, give them the opportunity to watch on their phone while they're on their way to work, and then maybe once they get to work, like dip over and watch more while they're at work, you know, or when they get home to be able to watch it on the bigger TV, because it was just ridiculous to me that they locked it in. It's like when IGTV came out in 2018 and they were like, the future of video is vertical. And you're like, dude, that's lame as shit. What are you even talking about? But then now we have TikTok and like Instagram Reels and YouTube Stories, and those are getting like billions and billions and billions of views a month, and that's all vertical. So I mean, like maybe they were ahead of the curve on that, but it also well then again, the shorts and the TikTok stuff, those are all designed for like quick paced mobile consumption. You know, you're not going to really going to go to TikTok to like get a full blown story. People try, but it doesn't really work out very well.
Yeah, you know, I understand where you're coming from. I just didn't think it was like well executed there. But you know, then again, I like, again, as somebody that has like a day job in LA and also like trying to pursue the arts there, like you kind of have to balance out the streaming services you buy. So like I kind of have to like you know, I kind of have to skip out on that one. Yeah.
No, I'm definitely kind of at the point myself where I'm thinking about what I want to get rid of, and I'm probably going to ditch HBO Max after Matrix.
Yeah.
Because no, again, it boils down to shows I want to watch, right? Shows I want to watch, you know, so I'll wait for some shows I want to watch.
Oh, by the way, little hot scoop there. Peacemaker trailer coming out December 3rd, you know?
Yeah, that was announced yesterday, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So, because I saw that little minute-long clip they showed from the show, which looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's what I said on Twitter about that. I'm like, this is what happens when you have a good director, you know, making a mediocre actor shine.
Is that what the Snyder fandom got angry at you at? Like,
no. They were angry. No. They were angry at me for other things. And then they dug up old tweets of mine from like a long time ago where I said stupid shit. And that was it.
Andy. Just kidding.
You know, no, I said things like, I mean, I said really stupid things, but it's fine.
We all though.
I mean, have you ever made a puppet say the N-word? Probably not.
Yeah. You know, that's to a new level. I'm sorry, man.
That's a whole level of embarrassment. But yeah, it is. The thing is, I can't hide from it. I don't hide from it, and I'm not worried about it because it's like, you know, I'm not that person. So, you know, that's fine. People like me, people don't like me. What more do you want me to do?
Yeah. Totally.
Like I was telling you the other day, someone found out that you're mundane Matt, and I was like, oh God, and he's like, you should be hanging out with this person. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this though. You know, back on the streaming thing, it says Hulu is only good for cable cutters. Look, you know, they got the TV through there. YouTube's got the TV through there. I don't even want to get that. I don't care about that at all. Right? Like getting. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry here. Are they selling Spider-Man tickets on fucking eBay?
Let's see.
Dude, like, isn't that like the fucking worst? Because like the thing about like these like big like tentpole movies that this gets so frustrating is that people try to scalp these fucking tickets. It's like, guys, you'll get the tickets when you get them. Just chill the fuck out. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. It's just kind of crazy, you know. It just kind of makes you like suck out the enjoyment of the whole thing. And, it feels like everybody's taking it a little too like kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't see it any tickets up there. I'm just seeing like some
Just
Marvel
action
Legends
figures.
toys and action figures and stuff.
Some
Although, wait,
posters.
Armadillo?
Yeah, Armadillo was like the comic legend figure.
Oh, okay. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
All right. I don't buy
Comic. It
toys.
was like
So.
it was Merlin and Armadillo. That was the comic figure. And then Miles Morales was the Miles Morales and Shriek were the game figure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never like really gotten into that kind of stuff. Okay, so at least the tickets. Well, here's the thing: these tickets will most likely go on sale as soon as this stuff starts opening up a little bit more. Let me just refresh AMC here, and I'll just kind of run through the refresh of these guys because what we're gonna get out of this is gonna be pretty funny, I think.
It's gonna be awful for like any normal person that actually like wants to go like see the movie. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? It's just
Well, I do think like people are gonna end up going to see it. I mean, look, I don't think you're gonna have a problem getting tickets. I really don't think you're gonna have a problem getting tickets. I think you're gonna be able to go in to your local theater and go get them. Like, right now people are saying that they went to AMC and they've been able to get tickets, in person and whatnot. And I could probably if I was out tonight, I probably would stop off at the mall and see about getting my tickets at Cinemark that way. But I already know that they're going to do so many screenings and I'm probably going to go see it by myself. And the seat that I like specifically is always like the last one to fill up. So I'll be fine to see it when I want to see it. I'm not worried about it for myself.
Yeah, fair enough. But
I'm not worried too. Well, I'm not fully worried. Again, it's like I can buy my ticket the week of when I see the movie. Also, I'm not worried because there's a possibility that I might go to Vegas and see it with all of them. So
yeah,
I'm not that worried.
Well, so for the last couple, Avengers movies, right? Like I'm friends with Mr. Repsion, and I saw both Infinity War and Endgame with Repsion. I had bought tickets for another screening in case that fell through.
Right.
And then I ended up having to eat that cost on both of those tickets anyway because Cinemark was like, you can't return the ticket after the movie. I'm like, whatever, fine. I don't care. It's like $10,
Yeah.
And so, but I still made sure that I had a contingency plan in place in case those plans fell through, and maybe I don't know, maybe that's what you got to do occasionally is spread it around a little bit, buy a ticket here, buy a ticket there.
Hey, but speaking of Spider-Man, I know people that have actually seen the movie already in town, and they really like what they see, man. They're really happy with it. The people inside, it did have a big kind of a rush to get it done, but the end result is pretty good. It's very Tom Holland centric. I mean, that's the main thing. And,
the tickets are available on Adam.
On Cinemark. Adam?
This is Adam tickets. The tickets are available. Let me see what we got here.
Yeah.
Let's see. I know the movie's between 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yep, it's actually 2 hours and 28 minutes. The rough cut version was around 2 hours and 45, but they cut down those to get it down to the right length. I mean,
they never want to go past the 2:30, unfortunately.
Yeah, but the movie I've heard is it's in good shape. I think they're pretty happy with it, and it's gonna be on the level of Shang-Chi, where it's gonna be a fucking rocking time. I really think it will. I think it's gonna really kick ass. I hope it does. After the Eternals, which I still liked. I think Chloe Zhao did a very interesting job with it. I mean, it is her movie. I kind of want to see what John Watts has to do with how he wraps up this Spider-Man trilogy. And yeah. So.
Oh wow! So they're starting it on Thursday, December 16th, at least in my neck of the woods, at 3 p.m. Holy shit. I'm not even going to be able to make it to a showing at 3 p.m. You fucking kidding me? I got kids.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Stay off Twitter.
Stay off.
What's the problem here?
The problem is that they're opening it up in the UK 2 days early.
So what?
So all that shit's going to get spoiled in it. It doesn't matter where you go.
Get the fuck off Twitter then.
That doesn't, not just Twitter, dude. Fucking when The Force Awakens came out, people were literally altering news articles with spoilers, and they sent them to me, going oh, hey, have you read this article yet?
Just block them.
It's I didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Block
You
'em.
know, like you're not thinking about that shit. Like, and at this point, the movie's probably mostly been spoiled anyway.
Yeah, but actually, that's some parts. Other parts, they're keeping to the vest there. But
It crashed again.
Oh, it crashed again. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, Cinemark crashed. There's a lot there. I mean, like it's just that I'm sure there are things that are still kept, close to the chest on this one. I don't have I definitely believe that.
oh,
But
I know,
what I'm
what they
saying
are,
is
but
the spoilers are going to be there no matter what. It's like look at what happened with fucking Eternals. The Hollywood Reporter guy putting out the fucking Harry Styles spoiler, right? Right after the world premiere. And then you had the YouTubers that from like the UK and stuff who got it a couple days early, and they were out there putting that in the thumbnail, in the fucking the title of the video too. The people that are vulturing this shit. So there's it's not just get off of Twitter. You can't just sit there and tell people, oh, exit the internet for 3 days. That's not feasible in our world. It's not feasible at this point in time.
that's the most depressing sentence you've ever said. Like, just oh man, it's so true though, But it's
No,
just
I know it's true. That's why I said it. But I mean, it's depressing.
It's still fucking depressing as all hell, man. But whatever.
I just think, I mean, look, and the thing is, there are people out there that are going to absolutely want to do this shit because they're going to be able to make money at it. I fucking get that. I think the bigger problem, though, is like it's people also get off on spoiling it too. Did you ever see the video of the trolls going to the Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and spoiling the ending in that book?
No, I have not. I'm not a big Harry Potter person, so
Guys, I'm selling No Way Home tickets for $100.
yeah, yeah,
Wait, really?
No.
Where?
Oh,
It's
Matt,
just
if you fucking buy those tickets,
I'm not gonna fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, man. I would never do that. All right. Like I've
Okay.
never paid to go to Comic-Con. I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm buy scalp
Okay.
shit.
Okay. Because if you did, I would kind of lose all respect for you.
No. If I look, here's the thing. I want a PS5. I ain't paying no fucking grand for it. I'll wait.
There you go.
You know, like here's the thing. Once you get a little older, you realize waiting is not as bad as you might think.
Yeah.
When you're younger, waiting is terrible, right? When you're younger, you're making new memories every single day, so it really makes you everything takes longer. But when you get older and you have kids and responsibilities, fuck, dude, you blink at 3 months have passed.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, like that's cool. Like I ain't even
Yeah.
worried about it.
There you go,
That's the
my
thing.
man.
It's like No Way Home comes out in a month of 3 weeks or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna fall asleep tomorrow. Wake up, it's gonna be the 16th.
Yeah, but yeah, I totally understand that. But anyway, getting back to Spider-Man, so you guys, I'm guessing you guys are fucking excited for it. Like, no
Yeah.
shit, right?
Well, what the fuck, Andrew? I never liked trash. Holly, shut the fuck up, dude. He's better than Toby.
Yeah.
He's-
Oh well,
He's
Andrew,
he's a better Peter Parker.
God.
Says here,
dude.
I only like Toby.
Okay, can I just say something? Is Andrew provocative? Because like the times I've seen him like on a stream there, I've heard certain things about this Andrew. Is this the same Andrew that got into a kerfuffle of somebody I know like a couple months back?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Andrew. I would call him passionate.
Okay,
I would call Andrew very passionate over this stuff.
okay. Andrew, buddy, I'm gonna give you some advice here.
Don't tell me to shut up. Yeah, shut up.
Tone the fuck down, all right? I'm not telling you to shut up. I'm telling you to just chill the fuck down, all right? There's a difference, all right?
Trash Holland. A lot of people.
Yeah.
People are breaking the internet because they like Tom Holland.
Who fucking care? Like what? Like why are people like so angry about this? Like, again, this is like my whole face. Like if people like just like saw like other movies along this, we wouldn't be like this like passionate and angry about it. It's just,
Well, I mean, you can't look. I'll defend the passion part of it. People, these are at this point. Come on, man. This is like I don't want to say it's like modern religion, but it's definitely modern fucking mythology.
Oh no. Okay, I would kind of agree with that, though. It is a little daunting that it's all from like corporate stuff there. And again, I'm a big business person. I'm in advertising, so I fit into this. But I'm just like, yeah, I did to say it that it is a little bit, I don't know, a little sick to my stomach, especially after seeing that awful new Ghostbusters movie, which I wanted to love, but
I think I haven't seen it yet, but I think you're in the minority
You
of
know
that
what?
one.
I will be in my buddy Dom Griffin, who like where works for Whooper, and I had this like giant like long like Twitter conversation about it, and damn, dude, I'll send you his video. Trust me, he's you know he's quite articulate in his things. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some dipshit from
Well,
Washington.
I don't know. Was he supportive of the movie or against the movie? You didn't really specify.
I think he was kind of against it, but I don't know. He's very indifferent to a lot of things. He's probably one of the most cynical people I've met, and you know what? Godspeed, man, because he is perfect at it. Yeah, I'll send.
Sure. I mean, I guess I mean, I might be cynical about a couple things, but like, I never try to go into a movie being cynical about it.
Trust me, dude. Yeah, but compared to Dominic, you're like a shill. Okay.
See, I think that's a really fucked up thing to say. Right? I think it's a really fucked up thing to say. I do. I'm going to push back on that because it's not that I don't have experience in this field. It's not that I don't have experience. Like I've worked for theaters a large majority of my life. I have worked in LA. I've written movies. I've directed movies. I've gone to film school. My knowledge and understanding may not be as in depth as other people, but it is definitely not something that I would consider to be lacking.
No, I didn't say that at all. I'm just yeah, maybe that was like a wrong term, but like compared to like you and Dom, you're more of a saint there. But anyway, I'll send you.
Well,
like,
I also find it to be rather ridiculous to claim to love something, but then to always be completely pessimistic and cynical. So I can't watch Red Letter Media. Anyone who comes to me and says Red Letter Media is the best of the best, I immediately disregard their opinion. And that's just because if you watch it, all they've become is like, hey, this new movie, it sucked. Here's why. And then it's like, yeah, everyone's like dolphin clapping for him, or if I just like, you guys did a great job. Amazing. You fucking shit on a movie. Some movies deserve to be shit on. Ghostbusters 2016 is one of them. The Last Jedi is another one because they're narratively speaking, on just a narrative level, they're terrible. All right. Like their logic is flawed. They don't do anything to really kind of move the general plot along. It's bad. Yeah. But those are movies that can be torn apart like that. But not everything is going to be kind of held to that level. And not everything is going to be scrutinized like that as well. But it's like when it's everything you do is based around that because that is what the algorithm feeds into. That is when you realize that there's a massive problem. I'm sorry, like if film fans actually fucking liked movies at this point, we'd be in a much different fucking place.
Yeah, I'm actually writing an article about that for like my new website I'm working with my buddy Aaron on. So like, yeah, that's funny you mentioned that. I think that is kind of true there.
I just think it's you look at like the fandom menace, people along those lines, and that's entirely their worldview.
Yeah, but they're like super bigoted though. So like, you just kind
of I would argue that Red Letter Media isn't bigoted, but they're cynical, pessimistic, and nihilistic.
So then let them be pessimistic.
I know I do let them be. I don't watch them, but doesn't mean I can't criticize them.
Okay,
I can't. It doesn't mean that I can't sit there and go, you know what? The apathy gets old after a while. People give me shit because I keep saying the Snyderverse isn't going to continue, but I don't say it's not going to continue for lack of want. It's not going to continue because corporate interests are not there.
Yeah,
that's the difference, right? It's completely different. The approach of it is like, look at like let's say Masters of the Universe Revelation. That was being shit on left and right by those guys going into it, right? And people were having their opinions tainted before they actually saw the movie or watched the show. Sorry. And then like they go on in and they already have that on their mind. It becomes absolutely tainted going on in. And then that can actually alter your perception of things while you're watching it. And because it's such a sport and because it's something that people, they revel in and they get off on, it's like these fuckers ain't fans, man. I'm sorry. They're not fucking fans. They're not. They're just people who want to shit on someone else's art because they know it makes them fucking money. And that's not something I ever subscribe to. Period.
Okay. Fair enough. And again, like I don't even like Red Letter Media that much. I think their like analysis is just sloppy and kind of boring. Like they just kind of mumble around and talk about movies without really saying anything of substance. Like at least if like people like Dom Griffin or like at least have like something to say about her. Hell, even Griffin Schiller, who of Film Speak, who's like a really good friend of mine. Like he actually is like able to pinpoint stuff like really well there, you know. But yeah, I sent you the video if you want.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. It turns out, so we got this was sent to me by Mikey Sutton, showing the what is right now on eBay, for hold on,
$25,000.
25,000. Hold on a second.
What?
Get that off the screen there. Yeah, I hate
People
the websites
are that desperate.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god!
All right, no, I'll bring it back up here. I just hate it when it's like you go over there and all of a sudden it just goes like, "Do you want to log in under fucking?"
Oh my god, I hate that.
Yeah, stupid email shit.
No.
All right, here we go.
That is
So yeah, this is $25,000. I mean, great poster though.
Yeah. I like that poster. That's one of I was joking around the other day. I was like saying like I slept with the poster on my phone. I was just like, I did for a bit, but
It's someone from New Jersey is selling the tickets. What do they say here? Spider-Man No Way Home movie tickets selling 6 tickets, Cinemark XD tickets in Watchung, New Jersey. Shib payments? What is Shib payments?
You know what? I kind of don't want to know what that is.
Yeah. It's a new crypto. It's a sheep. Oh my god, it's a crypto.
Oh, it's 25,000 in crypto.
No, he wants 25,000 in cash, but he would take it in crypto.
Oh.
What is what is it? He wants $25,000 for 6 tickets. 6 tickets is what he wants. So that's really funny. That to me is. Oh wait, hold on. I want to close that one out. But that's hysterical.
That's crazy.
But people are being fucking like just like if anybody pays that much for those tickets, like I'm sorry, it's just why though? It's just I have no words, man. It's just like we it's time to break out those "we live in a society" memes right now. Just wow.
Make an offer for
How far have we fallen, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, yeah, sorry.
Hold on real quick here. Waleed, New Zealand, $5. Thank you, buddy. Asking, what's my opinion on Critical Drinker and how he blew up fast in the movie review space? I think it's because I don't know much about him personally. But I will say this, my mom told me one time, she goes, you can tell me anything you want as long as you tell me with an accent. And I really feel that to a lot of Americans, the British accent is something that they look at with like there's like authority that comes with it. I'm not making that up. I mean that literally. Like
forced diversity.
Hey Dane, if you want to come in, dude, let me know. I'll send you a link.
Is that forced diversity?
Forced adversity.
Oh,
Dane.
dude, I actually would love to talk to him. Actually, he's actually seems like a very cool and talented guy.
He's a cool guy, really cool guy. If he wants to come in, DM me, I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
But no, as for Critical Drinker, I mean, I really feel a lot of it has to do with who you associate with, and I think he runs with that crowd, the Mahler guys, the EFAP, all those guys and shit. Look, those guys are they just shit on things, pretty much. And that's their whole brand. And people out there who I think have a lot of negativity and hatred in their own heart are I don't even want to say it like that. People who are frustrated with their own life and their own circumstances. Like that's really what I think it boils down to. I think the people who are just they just want to have their own confirmation confirmed, their own opinions said back to them. And it's not hard. It wouldn't be difficult for me to all of a sudden change focus and just go, who fucking sucks? Brie Larson. And then just make a whole slew of videos on that. And then people would come on in yeah, man, fuck Brie Larson, dude. Fuck that chick. Right. And that they'd be okay with that, but they would like that. Right. Look at people like Mecca Random. That's literally all she does.
That's even still relevant though. Who gives a shit?
She's largely been canceled, and she'll talk about that too, which is pretty funny.
I've been canceled.
Yeah, I got canceled because blah 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 blah. So
Before we get on there, I just want to say I hope I didn't like offend you with like that like shill comment. I really didn't mean that there. Please don't block me because of that. And I'll
no,
do less.
I'm not gonna block you because of
Oh,
that.
all right, thank God.
I'm just gonna push back.
There you go.
I'm just gonna push back on it. And this is the thing is like, for one, I like to debate these things. I am passionate.
There you go.
I have no problem, putting out my opinion on that stuff. But the thing is, I like a healthy debate.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's like, but I'm also not against like getting into it, like really getting into it, because I think it's fun. I think a lot of people out there, look, I think we like movies because of the way they make us feel. I think we like hearing stories about heroes because we put ourselves in their shoes. I think we like romantic stories because we also like putting ourselves in the shoes of either party that's involved, and we are able to feel and then relate and then emote, and it allows us to maybe not feel as alone sometimes. This is what we're told. The problem is that, people out there nowadays, the older they get, maybe they realize that like things from their childhood maybe weren't as good. Like for example, I'll give you, okay, The Last Starfighter. Loved the movie as a kid. Tried watching it again as an adult. It is atrocious. But as a kid, I loved it. So it's like there's nothing wrong with keeping it there. You know what I mean? Like having fond memories of it when I was a kid. But the thing is, it's like if they were to go and remake The Last Starfighter, I would probably be okay with it because the original wasn't as good as it could have been. It's good maybe for that moment in time, but it didn't age very well. But a lot of people are just like they are so caught up in this mindset of it, everything being a certain way, that they fail to understand that it's still someone's interpretation in every instance of the story they're trying to tell. You know what I mean? And so but I'll tell you another thing too, and this is a side issue. I believe the media has a major problem, a major hand in a lot of this discourse as well.
Yeah.
And I say
I
that
totally agree with that.
yeah, I mean, look at like Ghostbusters 2016. The trailer came out, some people said some shit, and then all of a sudden it was like the fans attacked the women. Some people said something. It wasn't the majority, it was a couple people who made the comments, but then those people then became the face of everyone who disagreed with the movie, and then that's what it got twisted into. And then from there, it just kind of extrapolated because the studio got involved and backed the media narrative. And the media narrative, it still goes on. I mean, everyone runs on headlines these days more than anything else. Because when we share an article, how often do we just take a screenshot of the headline and drop that? Because that's the most salacious part. It's meant to get our eyeballs on it. It doesn't mean it's right, but it is just where we find ourselves.
Yeah, man, I so agree with that. Is actually like pretty on point analysis there. I'm gonna attack it for a different way. I feel like the thing about like a lot of like film Twitter these days that I don't think it builds like great bridges to like help people get involved in other types of movies. Like I feel like film Twitter like sort of like upping its nose at stuff like comic movies instead of like saying, hey, if you liked Shang-Chi, check out Daniel Creed's other work like Short Term 12 or Sandcast, which wasn't very good, or his new series he's actually producing, which is based on this anime. It's not an anime, but it's more like this like Chinese immigrant story that's going to Disney Plus. Like you could do that, or Chloe's House, Nomadland, stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of film Twitter likes to like sort of like kind of like put people in certain boxes, and if you like certain things, you're not allowed to like be in certain groups there, and I feel like that's like a big issue with like a lot of film culture. You can see it with like the Martin Scorsese and Ridley Scott discourse, like stuff that's like really truthful and stuff that should be discussed, but instead we're just sort of like using it to sort of like shoot cheap points at certain fandoms that we don't particularly like.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that. And is this a first adversity right there?
it is.
There we go.
That's me. What's up?
Oh man, I'm a huge fan. Like you're probably one of the best people in the geek space. Like
Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate it. I appreciate the
it's
compliment.
pretty good.
There's a lot of talented folks. I just try to, I'm kind of I can be kind of a hostile asshole to people who are hostile assholes. So I just try to weaponize that.
Yeah. Speaking of hostile assholes, have you ever heard of this guy called Real Shift?
No, but I heard you guys talking about Critical Drinker a minute ago, and I'm planning on covering that guy pretty soon because god damn. Yeah, but no, who's Real Shift?
So he's like this small YouTuber. Like he makes interesting I mean, well, he's pretty much on the anti-woke stuff, but he kind of has a more of a level-headed to it. So he's kind of, I wouldn't say he's like a Tucker Carlson thing, because that's kind of like being too like hard on the head there. But he is very, you know, very kind of like classical stuff there, and he kind of is very anti-woke stuff. And you know, like
What does that mean though? Woke stuff.
uh not having like political messaging in film, which is like one of the stupidest things ever, because like that just makes no sense to me, because like if that's the case, then like Star Wars shouldn't be political, even though it like inherently is political, because it's about, you know, going up against an empire. It's like,
Yeah.
like how the fuck can you like not be not political with like any storytelling? Like it's really it's so stupid. Like it's just like,
Yeah, you got a great point, man. So like I guess just extrapolating from that, if you think that the guy is reasonable despite being anti political messaging, and you just said that, you know what I mean? So like how is he worth a shit is what I'm wondering.
I don't know. I mean, he's kind of like one of those people that like you can't like, you like really hardly, you like very much disagree with him, but you can kind of see where he's coming from, and like from like people like Jeremy, or like from Geeks and Gamers, everybody's favorite anti SJW, not,
Oh, I
or
got
like
you. Yeah, there's this one guy we watched on stream a few weeks ago
Cameron.
who no, I don't remember. He's I don't remember who he is, but he was actually, you know, it's very kind of charming guy. He was making some decent points. I think he was talking about the Hellraiser reboot coming up and how they had recast or they had cast for this new Pinhead as played by a trans actress. And you know,
wait, is she trans?
Yeah.
That I hadn't heard.
I didn't know until we watched his video. I just thought it was like, oh, it's a woman. And I saw some people like, oh, they gender swapped. And it's like, well, apparently you don't know that in the original Hellbound Heart novella that Pinhead was actually more woman. I mean, he was kind of without gender, but he was more woman than man in the original, as described in the original novel. And Clive Barker was the director of the original film, which means he gender bent Pinhead right out of the gate. And so like going back to a more female looking Pinhead is actually closer to the source material. But there were still, of course, people freaking out about it.
Didn't know that Jamie Clayton was trans. But did you guys see? I did see the video on Twitter of her doing the face mold, doing the plaster cast for getting it set up. And man, that gave me claustrophobia, man. Like, just like just the little like the nose holes and everything else. Like it just I'm like, man, good on her for doing it. I would probably lose my shit.
Yeah, dude, that shit seems like a kind of a nightmare to me. I mean, you pay me as much money as some of those performers pay, I might be able to work up to it, but otherwise, nah. No thanks.
Hey, I actually want to ask Force Diversity a couple things here. So, like, what other types of movie stuff are you into? Are you into like other types of film genre? Like, what stuff do you like to usually watch in your free time other than like the big mainstream stuff? I'm just curious, you know.
I'm a big science fiction nerd. Like just so like I'm a big Star Trek fan. There's The Expanse. I really love that show. I actually am on the third novel of that book series. Let's see, Raised by Wolves on HBO Max was really good. Oh, and Foundation on Apple.
Oh yeah, actually, I love Foundation. That's a phenomenal show, my man.
Other than that, like I'm, big into horror, and I'll pretty much give any kind of genre movie a shot if it's got some kind of decent premise. And
definitely. As for me, I've already told Matt this, but I'm actually big into like kind of like my tastes are all over the place. I'm kind of like being an inspiring filmmaker / film critic, so I'm kind of like expanding my taste. I actually saw a bunch of movies this last week. I saw probably one of my favorite movies of the year, which is Tick Tick Boom, starring Andrew Garfield. And it's directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. I know you're probably not big into musicals, but it is probably one of the best movies I've seen all year, because it taps into something that I think La La Land kind of was afraid to do, which is sort of like have like somebody achieving their dreams without consequences. And like the movie does a great job of that, and especially if you like know the history of like Jonathan Larson and how he sort of died before he even got to see his show success. It really kind of hits home that fact a lot more. So I don't know if you're like really interested in that, but
I'll probably check it out. I just want to say real quick, who was it? Who said it? Who said it? Samuel, I think was his name a second ago. Said that it was Mr. H, and that is correct. That's who I was talking about earlier.
Oh, him.
Oh, Mr. Yeah.
At least based on that one video, he seemed just a little more chill and nuanced with how he discusses this stuff. But he's clearly, comes down on the other side of the divide that I would prefer. But
yeah,
I know. I have trouble watching Mr. I used to watch a lot of his stuff. And then it was just like he goes, James Bond is woke.
Oh, well, yeah, that's.
And I'm like, for why? And I haven't seen No Time to Die, so I don't know if this is actually in the movie or not. But like, it was basically like, I guess a leak came out that said Bond had a kid, and like that was like that's what he was saying it was woke for. And I'm like,
James Bond cannot deserve to be happy, guys. It has to be.
Yeah,
hey
5
guys,
years
hey guys.
after. Yeah,
dropping loads in ladies is woke now.
Yeah. Unprotected sex having consequences apparently is something new to Mr. H.
He has to be smooth as a Ken doll down there.
Yeah, he's Australian. I don't know, if he's whatever, but I know he's British, not Australian. I don't know why I thought that, but I'm wrong. But no, but he said that, and I'm just like, okay. And so I did a counter video to it. Like him having a kid is not woke.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is most people who use the term woke don't know what the hell they're talking about. I mean, I spent a long time as an anti-SJW YouTuber, and I mean, even I could probably never truly define it. It's more of a feeling, I think.
Like
anybody
can really define it though.
I did a response video to a comment that I got a while back where I did a video and I said something like, what does woke even mean? I've heard it in so many of these different contexts that it's basically meaningless. And this YouTuber named eHacker had responded in my comments.
That guy.
I'd never heard of him. I still haven't even watched his videos. I only responded to his comment.
He's a cringy bitch.
Yeah. He was like, he literally said the word feel like 4 or 5, feel and sense, like throughout his entire comment. He's like, it's just a feeling, a sense. You have to feel what's woke. It's a sense you get. And I'm like, dude, are you like a fucking, gonna read my horoscope next? You need to give me a fucking definition.
I sense the wokeness in you.
Right,
he's like sort of like fucking like putting his hand down, just like
I can smell the wokeness through the screen from you guys.
I was literally like, dude, I'd like to operate for more, tangible definitions of things, something that I can really, apply across all things, a standard. You know what I mean? This doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool, man. But I don't know. But again, going back to like your content, I think you do a great job at analyzing stuff there. I think it's really good. It's great. I would love to get some more like video analysis pieces from on like more obscure stuff. That'd be kind of cool. I think you'd be really good at like sort of like showing off more niche stuff to the mainstream stuff. I think you would do a pretty good job of that. Not to like change your content or anything like that, but it's kind of
sure.
Still,
I mean,
I think I tell you what I was going to say is I think having that kind of nuanced content is a lot more interesting, just in general. Like I've been watching a lot of Dane stuff as it comes out, and I find it to be just better than like because it's responding to stuff, and I don't mind responding to stuff. I've been doing more of it myself, but I like his approach to it, where I'm more stubborn, I think. Or maybe I'm a bit more of a I kind of like go for the throat more often.
Mm-hmm.
I think like Dane has this nice like kind of laid back like, no, you're a chud fuck, but we'll talk about it.
I don't know. I uploaded something. I uploaded a thing. Actually, that clip that we looked at, that I had looked at before I was on your stream with, it had heel versus babyface and Ryan Kennel and all those guys.
Oh yeah.
They were talking about Kate Bishop and how we didn't see her become skilled, so how can she be skilled?
She fucks up so much in the show.
Yeah, and I actually got kind of angry for a minute, and you know what? I'm working up to it. I think I'm relaxing a little bit, and I can kind of let myself go off on these fuckers a little bit more. I've been coming up with nicknames for all these guys. So like, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers is Sandy because he got sand in his vagina that one time over my video, and then
really good.
I called Nerdrotic, what's his name? I call him Krusty just because he looks crusty to me.
Gandalf Krusty.
And then I started calling heel versus babyface.
Let's call him Gary the White.
I said something like heel versus babyface. I was like, is this brain pickled in piss or something? And then I was like, piss pickle babyface. So that's his name.
Man, I had to stop myself today from like tweeting something that would get me in so much trouble, I think, with certain people. And it was Robert Meyer Burnett, who I do like. And he's like, I do like him. I mean, but I have a theory now about this, right?
No, I really like him, but it's just he's
so angry. He's basically the Ethan Van Sciver of Star Trek.
No, I know that, and I've given him shit for it too. But it's like I do the man when he talks about doing the behind the scenes DVD stuff that he has done for like special features of these films, like I love listening to that. I think he does have a good take about elements of Hollywood. For some reason, though, Star Trek Discovery has not only pissed in his Cheerios, it has lit the fuse on his tampon at the same time. And he is just like, he will not let that go. But he also streams with heel versus babyface. And he said today that he's proud to stream with him. And I'm like, I'm like, this is a guy who clearly hates women, who probably hates minorities, who attacks everything as being woke, went after Kate Bishop, went after Shang-Chi, went after He-Man, went after every single thing he could, and probably has a pretty disparaging thought and opinion about John Campea, your friend and former, maybe sometimes boss. And yet you're like, I like hanging out with this guy because, it gives a nuanced take on shit. It's like, fuck off. This is just all it is. It's a boomer take at this point. It's just boomer shit. These are people that, and here's the thing too. I think what they're appealing to, they're not appealing to the younger demographic necessarily. What they're appealing to are kind of like your face. You remember how like when parents invaded Facebook, it got real shitty. Right. Yeah. I mean, it was already shitty, but like when your parents got into it, it changes it leads to an insurrection of the capital of our state. Okay. So it's like,
well, it was like when the parents first got into it, they didn't know how to use it for a while. I feel like, so like the younger people were still dominant, but once parents figured out how to do groups and pages and shit like that, that's when it really,
it got real bad. Yeah. I mean, like I love it when I go to my conservative family members page, and like all it is just reposts without any content. And then like they get mad at me like when I push back on them. I love my family.
Read this? No, but it's from my cousin Sally, and she.
Well, they found that child sex dungeon underneath that pizzeria. No, they didn't. No, there's a guy that went in there with he served 4.5 years in federal pound me in the ass prison.
I saw it on patrioteagle.q.
The funny thing is the people that I'm referring to at this particular point, they're from fucking Oregon. So you think Oregon's a liberal bastion? No, only in the cities.
We talked about that on stream the other day. That it's kind of weird. Washington's very similar though.
Super similar. When I worked for the census, I think because I was I'm an average looking white dude. They were like, we can send this guy out to like the boonies where it's clearly Trump country, and they won't try to kill him. Yeah. And that is where they sent me. I still had dogs sicked on me. I still had people threatening to beat me with sticks, but they were politer about it because, translucency.
They threatened rather than just did it.
Yeah. There you go. No, anyway, but what I'm saying is, I think like when we talk about the concept of the nuclear family, right? What I should say when what the boomers want, right? The boomers want to go back to to the nuclear family, to their childhood, that idea, that very manufactured pop culture slice of Americana, where you've got the wife, the husband, the 2.5 kids, the dog, the white picket fence, the single income family where the dad goes to work for a good paying union job, and he's at a manufacturing plant, and he makes enough money to come home, where the wife can stay at home and she can look after the kids, and she doesn't need to worry about anything like, I don't know, a career or ambitions or shit. And then they can go back to this perfect Howdy Doody-esque fucking world that never actually existed. And that's what they want to go back to. And that's why they freak out. So here's what I don't get. Any person out there who is upset that there's a trans person in fucking Star Trek, but you were totally cool with Kirk and Uhura sucking face on national television, is not a Star Trek fan. You're a fucking moron. Because Star Trek has always been woke. Star Wars has always been woke. I hate to break it to you. The rebellion wasn't, that was the Viet Cong. Like this is the this is the thing is these guys, they run these narratives, these boomer takes on shit where I don't know if they're being willfully disingenuous. I think Ethan Van Sciver definitely is being willfully disingenuous.
Yeah, but like, who fucking cares about Ethan Van Sciver anymore? Like when was the last time he was actually like relevant though? Like, who cares about him, right?
He still has his ways of making some waves. Like
whatever.
Basically, he tweets something or says something in a video that's like, for a long time it was like DC Comics is going to shut down. They're going to stop printing comics, and I covered that over a year ago. And
then it never happened. Yeah.
Well, bounding into comics goes with it, as well as We Got This Covered and Bleeding
We Got This Covered.
Those three websites immediately cover that shit as if it's legit, and then you're just going to run into people from now on who are going to say that back to you. They're like, "Oh man, DC's closing. What the fuck are you talking about? I read it in Bounding into Comics or whatever." Like, and it's just it's really irritating that you can't just have a fandom without people believing all kinds of asinine shit. But yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's, the Snyder stuff. And it's not even Snyder. Again, nothing to do with the man himself. It's all about the people that surround. It's these ideas, and it's just these people that it's like, I get it. You get it in your head that you want something, right? And then it becomes this fixation. And that's, I think a lot of it too is about, look, I'll just be fair. I'll be honest with you. And this applies to me as well. We don't teach kids to like actually apply themselves. In school, right? This a lot of this problem boils down to like this. I would argue, and this is going to maybe my own kind of boomerist take or whatever, but this kind of entitled behavior that we get is a generational thing. I honestly think you can kind of tie a lot of this stuff back to like when they started, like, I think started like the helicopter parenting is a big factor of it. The parents that just like look after their kids and they don't have to like really ever push them. I mean, and again, that's generational because society has gotten easier in certain areas. Yeah. And I think the people that are like really worked up about all this shit have never been in a situation where they've actually experienced a lot of hardship. And that's why they just don't relate to it. And so all they see is these properties, how it made them feel when they were a kid, when everything was carefree, because they didn't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
And like, I feel it's like if we would sit down, like I have my kids and we talk about this frequently, like how we want to raise them, and we want them to like seek out their own ambitions, but to like approach it in a way where it's like, how do I learn how to do it? Yeah. Versus just like expect it to be given to me and stuff. And like that was the thing, like when I lived in LA, like I had no money when I went to LA. And my roommate had no money and no job, but his dad gave him an advance on his fucking inheritance, $30,000, because he was embarrassed of him. Because my friend had graduated college and then not done anything. But then when we moved to LA, his dad gave him 30 grand, bought him a new car, bought him all this, as of 2010, like top of the line ish, audio kit, camera, all this, lighting, all this shit, and then set him up. And then my friend was able to go and get jobs, but like I wasn't able to get shit. I had no money to buy gear. So I wasn't able to go and do these jobs.
Have you been in contact with this friend by any chance?
Am I what?
Have you had any contact with this friend by any chance? Is he like, how is he doing?
I haven't talked to him since 2012.
Okay.
So like, cause our friendship ended, when he had, this is a true story. So he was shooting a movie with it's called Sierra Nevada Gunfight, I think is what it's called, and it was shot in Borrego Springs, east of San Diego. Michael Madsen is in it for like a cameo. They literally paid him $9 grand in cash to get it. He requested it to be brought to his house in a brown paper bag. I'm not kidding you.
In a brown paper bag.
Yeah, because it was something to do with like child support or some shit like that. I don't know.
It's
Oh yeah, he wanted to keep it under the radar, so he didn't
keep it under the radar. Yeah, this is like like 2011 or 2012, so I don't give a shit.
Oh man,
but
inflation wasn't that bad.
Yeah, so but even then he was still like 2 days late to set to film because he had to go to court. I don't know. I heard stories, but anyway, my roommate had met this. She was a scriptie, who's script supervisor for those who don't know that term, and she was like, she was homeless and she was from Mexico. And she was a nice person. She was in a transition at the time. She just left her boyfriend. She was waiting to get a place. Wasn't like she was like destitute or whatever. But he was like, well, why don't you just come stay with us in LA?
Oh.
And didn't really discuss that with my girlfriend or I, who shared the other room in the apartment.
Yikes.
And that just caused a lot of issues because we didn't know her. And we're like, hey, and not that she was bad. She didn't do anything wrong, but it was still like a trust issue.
Yeah.
So it kind of caused the friendship to kind of falter and stuff. But what I mean, but what I'm trying to say though is what he did with that bonus is he was able to take that and he put the work in. Now he's actually he's union. He's part of the I think he's IATSE.
He made his daddy proud, right?
Yeah, he was able to work to take that handout that he got and then build off of that handout to go in and get himself in a position where he's, been able to work and stuff. And I haven't talked to him in years. Yeah. So I have no idea where he's at right now. Like, but I mean, but that's kind of the whole point is a lot of these people are probably in that situation themselves to an extent where they've just been like given things without ever having to really earn them.
Yeah. And then they want to turn around and go, well, you should just do like I did and work your ass off to get yourself to the position. It's basically what Trump did, right? Like he got like $1 million loan from his dad, but then he went around telling everybody he was a self-made guy. That
well, I think we found out that his dad overall paid like $400 million over the span of his life for Trump, bailing him out like $400 million. I mean, and then you wonder why our economy's in the shit.
Yeah. Oh, what is it now?
I like to throw barbs at Trump. That's my thing.
Yeah, who doesn't like to throw barbs at Trump? It's
well, easy. There are people here who definitely aren't liberal, and I'm not trying to attack them. But mostly what I'm trying to say is just like a lot of these guys though. I think really just need to kind of stop and be and just be more critical. Let's see here. James Tyler says, ultimately, Matt, the reason why the fandom menace hate you is because they don't have a sick rap album. Oh my God, the rap album.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, I want to ask you, have you ever heard of this rap from this British guy called Come Stain Matt? Like, I know it sounds.
I know MC Jarbo exists, and I know he was Jarbo the Hutt. And he made a whole album about me in my own voice, by the way, because he downloaded every one of my videos and was able to like build lyrics off of my voice. It was a whole thing. And so he turned here's the most fucked up part about all of that. One of my stupid daydreams as a kid was to be a rapper. Right. And I'm terrible at it. Like I'm even in my car tonight. I was just like freestyling in my car tonight. Like I do it when I go out driving. I just freestyle and I'm terrible. Like I've never gotten any better at it, but I just like doing it, Yeah.
It's
fun to try, And so like, I ended up like fucking, this guy comes out of nowhere and he starts like, making me say some of the worst shit ever. And then as over time, he released this album called Chronicles of a Cuck. So it's like my own voice. All these songs are how I'm a piece of shit. And there's two full albums about me. Right. We lost him. I think he'll come back. But, that's kind of the whole point is like, Jesus Christ, so yeah. But then now that guy hates somebody else like more than me. And then
this was all out of hate.
Yes.
Wow.
But I'll tell you the weirdest thing about that's
even more disturbing. I was like, if it was just a fan, it's like, oh, I'm going to do this.
No. It was out of hate. Wow. It was out of hate. But now he doesn't hate me as much. Or I don't know if he hates me at all anymore because he actually uses me to attack somebody else. Oh. And it's really interesting. It's really fascinating that like, I have this, like, I'm in this position where there's like a, like a rap sort of thing, and I'm just getting, whatever.
Yo, Matt, I just said it to you. It's actually like pretty funny. Like again, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Who did this one?
It's
Hard Men Working Hard, Mundane Matt, Cum Stain Matt, Fat Jarbo, Pizza the Hut is a lying raft. Oh Jesus Christ! This is from January. Is this on the fucking?
I don't know actually.
I don't know, because there's a couple albums made about me. 45,000 views. Jeez.
Just, I mean, I don't know if you like would want to listen to it, but you know,
Not
I mean,
on stream. Not on
no,
stream.
not
I'll check
on
it out later on, but not on stream.
Yeah, you probably won't. But you know, again, you know,
I mean, well, I'll put it to you like I'll put it to you guys like this. One of the weirdest things to come out of everything from the last couple of years has been like some of the art that's been created about me.
It's kind of weird. You
Right?
seem like a normal guy, you know?
Yeah,
like,
but it's like, but it's if I inspire people to make art, even if it's critical of me, in and of itself, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, you made people feel things, Matt.
Yeah, right. I mean, like, and there's even one piece of art that this is like one of the first major ones that came out criticizing me. I got to go and find it, but like, it's really critical of me and it's really mean spirited, but I love it because like it took time and it took effort and it took energy to put this thing together, and it's very much a snapshot of like the early days of Gamergate.
yeah.
And I really just enjoyed it, and if I one day, I probably will get it printed and framed.
Yeah.
And then put on my wall, and people will be like, why the fuck do you have that? And I'm like, because that art made me feel,
Yeah.
and I like it. And it's one of those things where it's kind of a reminder that no matter who you are, you know, it's just it's a reminder of shit. It's a weird reminder, but it's kind of like, you know, I mean, some people out there have done really cool fan art of me back in the day. Like, I mean, my original, the blue skull I used to have, the chibi one, this one right here, this was actually drawn by someone. This was made by somebody.
Fucking flashback.
Right. And so this was made by somebody, and I thought it was great. And then someone actually made a pillow out of that for me.
Oh,
At the very first meetup I went to in Portland, I still have the pillow right behind me right now. And it was one of the sweetest things anyone had ever given me, because that was so crazy to think about, right? But then when everything went to shit a couple of years ago, one of the first images that came out was this one right here, was the Uniboulder.
Oh.
And this to me is also amazing. I fucking adore this image.
It is pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's awesome. And like somebody threw it, I don't know who did it. Somebody threw it together.
But they clearly have skill, and they
have skills, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I can't be mad at that, you know. And then it's like someone also made this one, right? Like you know, and like this is when I was going after Andy Signor and shit last year. And you know, I mean, that's what people have made. And then someone also made this, which is the original image, which was this one, and they took that and then they turned it into this. But like that's kind of the whole point, is like there are people out there who have made artwork of me in many different capacities, good, bad, and the other. And that is cool, because that is getting them to create something. The people that, you know, I mean, look, as much as I dislike Ethan Van Sciver, and I do, he at least creates something. And I have to give a modicum of credit to that.
I have something to add to that, actually. This is a really good segue, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So yesterday, Saturday, we're doing the weekly Saturday stream that I've been doing with my buddy Lil Movie Perp, and so we were you know a little bit about this, I think, yeah, because I messaged you at like somebody had messaged saying Jarbo is in Ethan's chat, and I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, it says $3 theater, and I was like, oh shit, and I messaged you and I was like, are you in his chat? And you were like, what? So it's clearly somebody
like stole your name.
Yeah, somebody impersonating my guess, but
yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, so what we were doing that thing, we were watching a video of one of Van Sciver's Indiegogo backers, who's backed, you know, several of his projects, and the latest one that he's supposed to be doing was due in December of 2020, and it's probably not even going to come out this December. It's probably going to be another 3, 4, 5 months, I would guess. So he's really late, as per usual, and like, you know, he keeps extending the deadlines on this stuff, as do a lot of comic skaters. It's like a very common thing, where they miss their deadlines a lot.
Speaking of Comicsgate people, like what did you what happened to like the world class bullshitters guy? Like he was like on a high, then he just kind of like crashed and like nobody cared about him anymore. Like what happened to him?
I don't even know who that is, but
we can talk about him in a second. But I want to hear Dane's story finish
I'm
up.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Dana.
so we were watching this kid's video that's like super pissed. He's wants his refund. He can't even get a refund for the $70-$80 he's paid for this comic he hasn't gotten yet. And he's just like, screaming about it in this video, like, "Where's my fucking comic, Ethan?" And we were just, bagging on him, and we looked at how late his projects were and everything. And then suddenly Ethan popped up in my chat. And then I actually screenshotted where my video was whenever we were talking about it. And then within an hour of us calling him out on stream like that, he started a drawing stream on his channel and was working on his fucking Cyberfrog book for the first time in over a week. And I was like, holy shit, we deserve a producer credit on this thing, because we actually got him to get to work by calling him out. And it was just pretty funny.
Sometimes you just got to call out Ethan.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, put him on the spot. He doesn't like it.
That's one of the badass things I've ever heard, man. Dude, kudos to you, my man. Like that takes serious balls to do, and that's why I kind of like you there. I was kind of like trolling this other guy a couple weeks back, Jesse Hawkins, who has this film thing where he claims to be this big film guy, but he only just bitches about superhero movies on Twitter. And I just said, for a guy that hates superhero movies, you sure do talk about him. And he lost his shit. Oh, how dare you, sir? Just because I'm a boomer doesn't mean I get to it doesn't mean I can't have fun of me. He's like, dude, I didn't mention anything about you being a boomer. And quite frankly, I hate the boomer lines there. I think it's kind of borderline offensive. I know, millennial, but it was just he got so defensive, and he said, "Oh, you're making fun of me because of my takes. How dare you? You're gonna get blocked, sir." And I'm like, dude, chill the fuck out. Jesus Christ. I don't know. It's just everything about kind of how frail people are. They talk a big game, but when they get criticized, they just get all in the freezer there. I know some people that say, "Oh, I can take it," but they can't really.
You know who can take it real good? Who's really good at taking it and taking
Matt
it hard?
Jarbo.
Saggy Melons.
Saggy Melons.
Super good at taking it hard.
I don't mean to be.
I'm saying that because she wants me to shout her out on. She's streaming right now, so
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Those melons do protect her, But I probably shouldn't say it. Sorry, Saggy.
No. We're friends. We're friends. We just like to mess around.
Yeah.
But no. The thing is, all this shit. It just I don't know. It's so. I don't know. It's there are days where it's a lot of fun, and there's days where it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like where I've been at with it. I like to I think people like Ethan and those guys they've got a good grift going on in regards to getting the money. The whole thing with world class bullshitters is this guy named Jeff, and Jeff wrote this and I actually really like the concept, believe it or not. He wrote a book called Stealing Solo. And the idea was that some Star Wars nerds hated Solo, a Star Wars story, so much that they kidnapped Harrison Ford and then made him remake it. And it's I think the concept is cool. It kind of feels like fanboys-esque, right?
I mean, that's not a terrible idea, but I mean, I just imagine all of the details that go into it would make it pretty cringe.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they were claiming that the artwork was going to be something. Was it Ditko? They claimed the artwork was going to be like Ditko or something. I don't know, but it ended up not being that, and then it ended up having a lot of problems. And I think they got a cease and desist from Lucasfilm or something.
That's so funny.
I could be wrong on that. But he went through a bunch of problems with it, and a bunch of people were calling him out for it and shit like that. That's the whole thing with this stuff is when you present this shit as a product and it's not perfect, a lot of these guys are going to come at you and shit. Cause the thing is we take a lot of corporate stuff for granted, but when it's a small guy doing it, they get held to this exceptionally high standard, but it's because it's a direct funding. So, but it's have you ever heard of a guy named Micah Curtis?
No, not really.
I don't think so.
He did this. He's a comic skater, and he did a book called Inglewood, about a black vigilante in Chicago, and he's a white Southerner, right? Not that I don't think he's racist or nothing like that. He's definitely a chud,
Okay.
But you know, but like I mean, he's part of that, and like he's carved out this niche to be able to like fund these things. I mean, but here's my question, and maybe you can answer me this because I honestly don't know. Is there a lot of like when they do these campaigns and I see them hit like $75,000, like do they actually get a fair amount of that themselves? Or like is it all like a lower, you know, do you know if it's profitable?
Like for a comic or what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for a comic, it's absolutely profitable. I mean, you know, depending on if we're going to talk about Ethan Van Sciver, he's made a lot of profit off of very little product put out. Like if you look at his Indiegogo page, he's made hundreds of thousands of dollars for every I think there's like 4 or 5 different Cybertoad products, and they're like one oversized comic that's like 60 pages or something like that each. And like I know for one of them, he made over $1 million for one comic. But the thing is, you look at the backers, and it's not like a whole bunch of backers backing $3, $5, $10. It's like a surprisingly small number of backers donating a shitload of money each. And so it's kind of it goes to show that I think the people that are willing to actually throw money at them there's very few of them that that'll do that, compared to the amount of people who watch his streams and follow him and whatnot. But I would imagine that it's pretty profitable, man. Like I don't know what, I mean, of course he has to, they have to print everything and ship it and all that. And that probably takes a chunk out. Sure. But like, when you're making $700,000 and you're only shipping about, I don't know, 100, 200 comics max or something like that, there's gotta be.
That makes sense. Never mind all the people that are most people do the digital.
Yeah, that too. And then, I mean, not even that. Like the way I see it is with like Van Sciver in particular, and I'm sure this more or less relates to the other people on a smaller level. If you make $1 million on one Indiegogo project, you've got money. You don't really have to work again, probably for the rest of your life if you live, smart. But I mean, you definitely for a long time you're going to be fucking comfortable. So you can just put that in the bank. And then you just do live streams multiple times a week where people pay you $50, $100 in super chats just to hear you say fucking SJWs are bad or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? Because that's basically what a lot of them are, is he'll get these, $20, $30, $40, $50 super chats every couple of minutes. And it's just like, Brie Larson sucks or whatever, and it's like, so that's some pretty good walking around money while he's got his other money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lucrative fucking grift.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So for the sake of, I guess, keeping everything on track, all the websites, as far as I can tell, are still down. Apparently, AMC is working for some people, but as for Spider-Man tickets, it's still very touch and go depending on where you're at. So, has anyone been able to get their hands on anything yet in the chat? I haven't seen it yet. I've seen AMC has now been bumping people back like very far.
Yeah, I'm seeing people, lots of tweets, like including RJ, Resident Justice, said that like he was 9 minutes left in the queue and then it suddenly was over an hour.
Yeah.
And that's happened several times. If you go to trending and then the latest tweets, you'll see a bunch of that.
So that's going to be what's going on with that for right now. But what I wanted to show you guys, actually, this is kind of something that bothered me tonight a little bit, is as a Star Wars fan, have you guys paid any attention to the Galactic Starcruiser?
I have not. No.
So do you know what it is at all, Dane?
I don't think so. Is that one of the ships that I probably would know if I see it?
It's a resort. It's a resort experience. So here I'll bring it up. We'll check out. This is the their little trailer for it, right? Looks pretty dope. I mean, this is something I want to do. I do want to do it.
For the first time, it's real. We've traveled to the far reaches of the galaxy. We got recruited by the Resistance. And now, we're ready.
Come on, Dad! We gotta go save the ship.
No. We're gonna save the galaxy.
So yeah, that's the Galactic Starcruiser. It's a two night hotel experience. resort experience where you get to go and do all the stuff in Star Wars. It looks. I want to do it.
Is that so? Is that just a kind of a dramatization of it, or do they actually have like windows with fucking screens in them that look like space?
Yeah. It's an actual building that they've constructed to look like there's no windows. It's all just LED panels.
That's awesome.
Screens showing like the different stuff there and whatever. So this is they're booking now, but I know the first few months have already filled up. The price to get on into this thing is fucking expensive. I mean, as far as even Disney goes, this is expensive. Because they say here that it's a revolutionary new 2-night experience where you are the hero. You and your group will embark on the first of its kind Star Wars adventure that's your own. It's the most immersive Star Wars story ever created, one where you live a bespoke experience and journey further into Star Wars adventure than ever dreamed possible. Of course, it's only at the Walt Disney World Resort, so you got to go to Florida, which sucks.
And which probably means that a lot of people are also going to just go ahead and go over to Disney World as well, which is more money in their pocket.
Well, and that's kind of the point. Like what you get here. So this is what you get with this. By the way, this is this do they show us here how much it is? No, you're looking at about probably like a couple thousand per person for just 2 nights.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So you get the when you get there, and it's not even a full 2 days. It's like you go 2 days, 2 nights. You get there at like 1 p.m. on day 1, and then you get the first night, and then you get the full second day and night, and then you disembark by like 11 a.m. the next day or something, or 9 a.m. the next day. So it's like you're really only there for like a little over a day and a half. You're not even there for a full 2 days. And it's insane. And then you get let's see here. So your vacation adventure also includes entry to Galaxy's Edge, as well as the rest of Disney's Hollywood studios for your planetary excursion to Batuu. So you get to like leave the ship and go to Disneyland for the day. Like if this is an immersive 2-day experience, why wouldn't they block off parts of Galaxy's Edge and like make it super fucking immersive?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Because then that would be slavery. Because then wouldn't that kind of like?
I guess they can't actually lock you into.
They would like get like sued to high heaven because like what if an emergency happens and like somebody would have to like get it out there, but you can't break the emergency. Or it was sort of like that South Park episode like where they're sort of like at that like pilgrim thing, but like none of the staff were like able to like break character. Until like a certain hours, and like when Stan like sort of like he spoke in the Hick voice, and then like they actually told him to exit there. That's pretty funny,
What was this announced before fucking Omicron variant? Or?
Yeah, this was. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this one, but look at this here. If you do 2 guests per cabin, you're looking at about $4,800. For the whole thing.
Jesus.
For 2 people.
You know what it would be great for maybe is a wedding.
Yeah. I mean, you can sit there and do 4 guests per cabin, 3 adults, 1 child or whatever. These are just like, estimates. But like, you're looking at about $1,500 per person or, $6,000 for everybody involved. And I mean, I don't even know what the fuck it is. Like, there's some shit you get with that, right? But the reason why I wanted to bring it up was they actually had a thing tonight where they gave a bit of they showcased a little bit of it. And so this is a clip right here. So Ann Morrow Johnson, who I think runs the Disney theme parks now, gives Sean Giambroni, have you ever seen the show the Goldbergs?
No.
Oh, he plays the main character on the Goldbergs, so he's like a huge nerd, right? But this is a new look at the Galactic Starcruiser. So just like check this out. I saw this tonight. I was really excited to see this. And after I saw this, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Like, check this out.
I'm not seeing anything.
Nothing. All right.
So, guys, how do you like the stream? So
Oh
far?
shit, it's not up.
No.
Sorry. I did not see that because my screen blocked it. Okay, that makes sense. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Hey, Aunt Morrow.
Hello there.
I'm super excited to see what you and your team created.
We cannot wait to have you aboard because Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is a first-of-its-kind vacation experience where you get to spend 2 days and 2 nights living out your very own Star Wars story.
Oh, I'm just too excited. We gotta go inside.
That guy is either 14 or 40. I can't figure out.
Welcome to the Halcyon Star.
And that's the point.
Wow. This is unreal. It's like I'm walking straight into a Star Wars movie.
Except it's not a movie, right? You get to be in the middle of it all and in the middle of the action.
And then there's activities you can do on here.
Yeah, there are activities on board the ship. The first one that I'm really excited about is lightsaber training.
Oh my gosh.
Here on the bridge, we also invite all of our guests to do bridge operations training. And occasionally, this is where we can go to hyperspace.
Punch it!
So we've really focused on making sure we have some of the best entertainment in the galaxy on board. One of which I'm so excited about is this pop star who is known throughout the galaxy for all...
Yeah, Maladin here says, "Is this Star Wars or Star Trek?" Yeah, I felt the same vibe.
I just popped through that door and I have no idea.
Yeah, the lens flares.
Yeah.
Look above and see the world slowly emerge before your eyes. Feel the swell as the moon begins to rise.
Oh, I fear the
above
swell.
tide. All around, change is coming, something new is in the air. Come and fly to the edge of the horizon. Welcome to the new world. Welcome to the new world.
That's it?
Yeah.
There you are.
Oh my gosh, I was just in there, the lights were low, and this performer just came out of nowhere.
You just met Gaia.
This guy is
It
killing
was
me.
incredible.
Let's get you back to the launch pod in your home planet.
Sounds great.
All right.
Like, wow, that was great. Well, let's go.
That was
Awesome.
great. Wow.
That was awesome, you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I really
if you-
like the painting concept art really sells it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the thing is, like, I do really want to see it.
I do too, but I mean, I feel like they're kind of jumping the gun, maybe, especially since the Omicron thing. But like, yeah, like they should have, I don't know, gotten some more actual images of things happening instead of just like, this is going to be so cool. Look at these paintings.
Wow. Anyway,
Well,
I wanted
there's
to ask you-
Well, oh yeah, go ahead. I'll bring up the they had a guy last week showcase off the lightsaber training, and like it was pretty bad. But I'll bring it up real quick. But yeah, what's going on?
is it like based in like the original trilogy or sequel trilogy? There's nobody gives a shit.
Oh, this is going to be straight up sequel trilogy because that's what they have. Their story. This is the problem with where Star Wars is. Their storyline for Batuu is set in the sequel trilogy era, and that's over now. Effectively, the First Order is over, so they're kind of narratively stuck. I think they should revamp it all to go back to the Mandalorian and build it all around the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's gonna cost them some money, but fuck it.
I actually don't really mind the sequel trilogy. Actually, I do love Kylo Ren and Rey. Those two are like probably top tier Star Wars characters in my opinion. Fight me for it, but I can kind of see like them being like the main attraction for the whole thing is kind of a little problematic. But it's their choice.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I don't even know if I know they have a Rey that's running around, but I don't know if they've got
they got a Kylo Ren walking around.
Well, they got a Kylo Ren, but I don't know if they've got a Finn or anything like that.
Yeah, but nobody cares about Finn though.
That's
Well,
not true. I think Finn's fucking awesome. Personally.
Okay, yeah, actually, I take that back. Finn's actually pretty cool. Like, out of all the sequel characters, Like people say, "Oh, are you like a Luke Skywalker or a Mandalorian?" No, I'm like a Finn, dude. Like I'm just a bumbling idiot, you know.
It's the one thing that I didn't see in any of this stuff that you're showing us, Jarbo, and hopefully that they'll figure it out. This is the missing element is jizz music. You know,
Jizz music? What the hell is that?
well, that's what the kind of music. That's actually the name of the music in canon of like in the original trilogy, like that. What's his name? Max Rebo and his band. And no, not Max Rebo, the other band. What are
they called it jizz music.
Dude, look it up. That's canon. It's jizz. It's called jizz.
Nice.
J-I-Z-Z.
Nice. You know what? It's the elixir of life.
yeah, it's good for the skin.
Yeah, if it gets on you, just rub it in. It's like a lotion. Sorry, it's one of my favorite lines from the Scooby-Doo animated movie, Scoob. Mm-hmm. Have you seen that? It's actually really good. It's actually really. It's
I
really
have not seen it.
Tracy Morgan is Captain Caveman.
Oh wow, I didn't know Captain. I might have to check that out then.
It's a weird. If you got HBO Max, it's on there. It's got it's Will Forte as Shaggy, and Zac Efron as Fred.
Makes sense.
So it's pretty solid.
You should check out that meme I shared in here.
Oh yeah. As we're still waiting for all this to happen. Saying here, I had to beat an old lady for a stick to get these Spider-Man No Way Home tickets. Jeez. It's still, I was just checking Cinemark. It's still, I mean, I don't think a lot of us are going to get the tickets tonight, to be honest with you.
I wasn't even trying. I just figure I'll, see it.
I might go tomorrow and head over to the mall or whatever and snag them.
I typically never have problems getting tickets. Like I'll probably see it the next day after it premieres, and I typically never have problems getting tickets.
Yeah, because people are being assholes about it. They're like trying to scalp fucking tickets because this one's gonna be the big event of the year, for film wise, and it's just people are being assholes about it, and it's just Jesus, can we not be dicks about it? Marvel fans is one of the last fandoms. Well, actually, no, it's already been tainted by the whole Scorsese debate. But it's we've seen this shit with the Rick and Morty fans, with the Star Wars fans, with the Snyder fans. Can we please not go down this road, guys? Just please, can we not be assholes about it?
I don't know. I think there's just a lot of assholes that are looking for excuses to be assholes. So we're just gonna keep.
I mean, yeah, this is the internet. That's kind of expected at this point, right? It's like I fucked up 3 years ago and people still remind me of it daily. So, it's like you kind of have to just kind of let it go. But here's the yeah, I know. Fuck, I hate that song.
I'm sorry.
Am I
pissing you off to this night? Because I think I am.
No. You're fine. No, when I worked at a drive-in, we got Frozen the day before. We got Frozen the day it came out, and we had the movie playing almost twice a night until it hit home video in March of 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a long time to be exposed to Frozen.
I was actually working at a theater when it came out as well, and Jesus Christ, cleaning up the theater after all those kids is a nightmare. Just sticky shoes, fucking every row was full of trash and popcorn and spilled soda. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I know. That's where it's I'm glad. I love working at theaters, man, but that kind of shit got me. Anyway, we got a $5 super chat here from Agent Josh. Thank you, buddy. Says, so I'm waiting on Fandango. Finally got to the seating section and the website randomly kicks me out in a second. What the fuck? I know, dude. At this point, it's so I just saw something on Twitter where they're trying to say that the hosts are asking the providers to throttle traffic in order to drive up demand.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's designed as an immersive experience to correspond with the movie, so that how the basically the multiverse breaks in the movie. This is kind of designed to immerse you into the idea of everything's broken or our internet's broken. I don't know.
That would maybe, maybe, man.
Probably not, but hey, if you're out there and you're waiting for tickets listening to this, just pretend that's what's going on, to try and make it part of the fun.
Just kind of enjoy it, I guess. I mean, if you're having a good time, let us know. This is I enjoy streaming. It's a lot of fun. I don't want to go for 3-4 hours, which is what I've been doing, because that shit would kill me. I have to take my kid to school, so I only maybe got like another 20 minutes left before I got to get to bed.
I'm actually gonna head out here actually soon actually too. So
yeah,
so
man, no, it's all good. It's all good. But here I wanted to show this is the sneak peek of the lightsaber training at the Galactic Starcruiser.
Yeah. Please be a good actor this time.
Welcome to
not.
the Lightsaber Training Pod. So excited to have you here.
This looks unbelievable.
We have been working on this experience to have a whole brand new way for our guests to experience this ancient art of the lightsaber.
Can I hold that?
Absolutely.
That's mine?
Please,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
This is for you.
So do I turn it on or
Go
what,
for
what
it.
do
Right,
I do here?
right there.
Oh. All right, so I'm
So
standing
you're
here,
right there.
facing
Put your
here.
face off against the remote.
Oh my god.
Is that Jordan Peterson?
No, it's I think this guy's the CEO of Disney Parks.
That is fun.
Welcome to the bridge of the Halcyon.
That didn't look fun.
This looks so cool in here.
Here in front
You
of the
look so
systems, this is one of my
uninterested.
favorite places.
That's
because
fun.
You actually get to push all the buttons.
like, "This is
You can
gonna make me a
actually
lot of money."
Change the settings,
Yeah.
control the ship. But you know, we could really use some help defending the ship. Are you up for it?
I'm definitely up for it. I don't know. You should trust me to do it.
You're going to be actually guiding where we're aiming. So you're
Okay.
going to aim and I'll fire.
Okay.
All right.
That guy has never sexually pleased a woman.
Last thing to do. You want to take this to hyperspace?
No, I would love to take it to hyperspace.
All
Just
right.
don't let me mess this up.
You got
So
this.
it's like a
Okay.
big
So,
video
you know,
game,
just
basically.
give that lever
Yeah.
a strong pull.
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't know, man. That to me just does not sell it for me.
No.
It just really doesn't sell it at all. And I don't know, man. It's like fucking. I mean, okay. So the Millennium Falcon ride, Smuggler's Run, over on at Galaxy's Edge, that's very similar. Where it's like you have 6 people in the unit in the ride, and each person has a job to do. Whether you're the pilot, the engineer, or the gunner, right? So you have stuff to do, and that's only like a 4.5 minute ride. So it's like super fast. This is kind of the same thing. You can tell us what they're kind of going for here. And I'm like, all right, it looks interesting enough, but I'm kind of just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like, you know, I'll tell you what killed it for me though, is when they showed like him getting ready to do the lightsaber training, and you can tell that whoever shot the video brought in these spotlights.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, I
the
can see
lighting looks like shit. And so obviously whatever the immersion is going to be for that is going to be gone. Because of the way they shot it. And it's like, fuck, I hate when they do that.
Yeah, it looked more interesting. Like when he was walking into the cantina and whatnot, that looked like that might be kind of cool to just hang out in there for a while. But
Yeah, I mean, like, in the concept art, it showed everyone like getting drunk and hanging out playing sabacc.
yeah. I mean, but you know, also if it's gonna be like a bunch of families and shit, though, yeah, I don't know.
It'd be kind of weird, like if it's like some like random, like you're like some like random dude in your 40s with like no children there, and people are like saying, "What are you fucking doing here? Get away from me!"
It's basically it might have the vibe of a Chili's or something like that.
Yeah, Chili's. Yeah. Oh god, dude, I fucking love you, man. We got to do a show together at some point, you know.
Yeah, hop on stream sometime, dude.
Yeah, sure. You know, that'd be great. I'll send you a link at some point, you know. But
Cool.
yeah. So any updates, Mr. Jarbo, on the Spidey tickets?
So far, Cinemark is still down. Fandango, Atom tickets might be a bit more receptive, but I can't. Yeah, I'm just let's see. Regal is still down. Oh no, Regal is back up, but I don't know if we can find it yet. Okay, here we go. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Tickets are not available. I mean, it's the page is up, but you're not able to find tickets. And then Cinemark is still down, and it looks like AMC is still doing there. Okay, advanced tickets. I'm just clicking through here. All right. It looks like Okay, so right now you got a queue. So like for me, the nearest AMC, I think is like 70 miles away.
Ooh,
I think it's where I saw Suicide Squad early, and the estimated time is more than an hour, and that's north of Seattle. So I'm not too worried about.
A little fun fact about that. Actually, I saw you in the lobby during that whole thing, but I was too afraid to like show up to actually like meet you there. I saw you in the lobby, but I was like too much of a bitch to like say hi. So you know,
Oh, really? You were there?
I was like right there. I was like the skinny like white kid, like in like red shorts. But I couldn't. I saw you. I had a feeling it was you, but I didn't. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck stopped me there. You know.
No, I should have come over and said hey.
Yeah.
Was it when I was buying the like overly sized popcorn and drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was right. It was like right then. Like it was like 4 people behind you, and it was like, oh, is that Matt Jarbo? Like, oh yeah, it is. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you should have said hi, man. Should have said hi. Like
again.
That's definitely no. It's always fun to see that. That was a nice theater.
Yeah.
I'll have to. I'm not going to go up there for anything. I mean, what was it? They had a screening for something that I could have gone to up there, but I was like, I don't want to drive like the 140 miles just to see a movie early. You know, like F that. Like that's why I like living in Portland, because they would do the same thing there, and I could just hop on the Max and go downtown, and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I miss about that. But I will say, so the last thing, if you guys got to bail, you can totally bail. That's all good. I just want to cover one last thing myself, and then I'll probably wrap it up. Sure, and that's just more. I mean, and because it's a bit of a sad day, to be honest with you, because Bruce Campbell is just done playing Ash, and I don't like that.
Nah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I honestly, as much as I think that the franchise has been defined by Bruce Campbell, I also think the 2013 remake is one of the best remakes ever of anything, as far as like they managed to do it without shitting on the legacy of the original and without having to use a different guy as Ash or whatever. And then, the Ash versus Evil Dead was a pretty fucking fun show. But I think that there's more potential for it if they don't try to recast Ash and they kind of just look in a different, area of the Evil Dead universe to cover.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with them. Like, I'm okay with Ash passing the torch. I think what it is like the cliffhanger in, Ash versus Evil Dead should have been resolved, and maybe it will be in the movie.
Yeah,
who knows? Maybe they'll find a way to resolve it. I just feel like, as a fan. Like just as a general fan of just different things, I always hate it when there's that lack of closure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And these kind of stories. And it's like, I understand that Bruce Campbell's, he's getting up there, he's in his 60s now, and stuff. And, he's probably even more of a miserable bastard than he has been described to me. I love Bruce Campbell, but I've heard bad things about him. Like his attitude. Just his attitude gets a little bit bitchy. But he's he says here, I left it all on the table. I've got nothing left to give. And maybe, that has kind of been his career defining role.
Yeah, and he, considering he's how old was he doing Ash versus Evil Dead? He did some pretty some impressive action stuff going on in there, and he gave it his all. I don't feel like he let us down in that sense. But I can definitely see him just being like, man, it hurts and I'm too tired, kind of thing. If you remember Burn Notice, he basically just sat the whole time. So that was a pretty cushy job for him for several years.
I love Burn Notice, man. Fucking love that show.
Oh yeah, I actually heard of that one.
That's a good show. It actually had a good finale too. I was pretty surprised. And they gave Bruce Campbell his own prequel movie too.
There you go.
And it was solid, man. That's why if you haven't seen it, like, you should check out. I think it's like 7 seasons.
All right, I can do that, no problem. I can do it in an afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, it's only like, I think they're only like 13 episodes a season. It was USA. So, but plus they hired like every like voluptuous model in Miami to come on out and like, just like, can you just walk in front of the camera? We're just going to shoot your midsection. Don't worry, you'll get a full day rate.
Yeah,
You'll get a SAG card. It'll be great, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Like that show definitely plays up the Miami aspect of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, look, I get it. He retired in 2018. He's confirming it now at 63 years old. And I think for me, it's just like, it's one of those things where you just kind of realize that, like, like time is moving on, like I remember when, he was in like, Briscoe County Jr.
Oh God. Yeah, me too, man.
And like, and then also like one of my personal favorites was Jack of All Trades back in 2000. And have you ever seen that show? Oh my God, that show was great. It was part of the WB channel, and it was called their back-to-back action hour. And you had two shows. You had Cleopatra 2525, where, and I shit you not, the premise was Cleopatra, a stripper from the year 2000, goes in for surgery, like I think it's a boob job or something, ends up going into a coma for literally 500 years. And when she wakes up, maybe it wasn't a boob job, but she goes in for something and she's in a coma for 500 years. When she wakes up, robots have taken over the surface of Earth, and everyone has gone underground.
Hell.
And she teams up with Gina fucking Torres from Firefly to join the resistance. And
it sounds like it could be good, but I imagine on you said it was on what, WB?
The WB. So yeah, precursor to CW.
Yeah. So I can't imagine that like the effects really hold up at all.
Not really. But Jack of All Trades, on the other hand, instead of going forward in time, it went back in time to right around the French Revolution. And it was after the American Revolution. Sorry. And Bruce Campbell plays Jack. He is an American secret agent sent to the French Polynesian Islands to thwart off Napoleon's advances. And he teams up with a British secret agent who is there. And he dons the moniker of a local legend, like a Zorro type character named the Daring Dragoon. And he ends up like taking on the French forces led by Napoleon's idiotic brother. And Napoleon himself was played by, and I shit you not, Vern fucking Troyer.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
And like the show had like a ton of sexual humor in it. It was really funny. They did 2 seasons and they canceled it so they could expand Cleopatra 2525 from a half-hour show to an hour-long show. And that only lasted another season because it was god-awful. I was so pissed when Jack of All Trades got canceled.
Yeah, that sounds really shitty. But anyway, I actually have to head out here, guys. Thank you for having me on. Like, First Adversity, you're awesome to talk to. You seem like a very chill guy, and I would love to do some more shows with you. And Matt, thank you for having me on. Like, you're always a really cool guy to be around. Like I know, we had some issues trying to get on this thing before, but I'm really happy that you will allow me to be on here. Again, I'm sorry for interrupting you at times. I'll try not to do that next time.
No, it's all good, dude. It's all good.
I'm trying to be a tryhard here. I'm trying to kiss your ass. Let me kiss your ass, damn it. All right. Jeez.
All right.
It was good. It was good talking to you, man. Hope you have a good night.
Good talking to you, man. And you guys have a good one. All right.
All right. We'll see you later, buddy. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you know what I was reminded of talking about Bruce Campbell and how like the reminder of, oh man, these guys we grew up on that were just like, basically the epitome of manhood as we were young boys, if you're anything like me. But and then you get older, and I remember with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and I was super excited for that movie, and then you watch it and it's like Harrison Ford is kind of barely getting around, and he's just doesn't have the same swagger anymore. And I remember that being kind of a moment like that too, just like, oh, that's
I actually like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and I'm actually kind of an ardent defender of that film.
I like it more than, most people just fucking flat out hate it. I like it. Like most people get mad about the aliens aspect of it, which for one thing, they weren't aliens, they were extra dimensional beings. And I think it fits just fine. But
they were extra dimensional beings, but they were still modeled after the 1950s aliens that we know, like the saucer at the end of the film and everything else, and the the crystal skull itself being an old myth anyway. But what I really enjoyed about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is pretty much everything outside of the monkeys. I can't defend the monkeys. I just can't.
Yeah, it's pretty bad choice for
sure. But a friend of mine made a very interesting point about that. And he said to me at the time when it came out, he goes, he's like, for one, it's clearly a Tarzan reference. And if you think about the concept of where Indiana Jones came from, it was all based on the serials from back in the day, Tarzan being one of them. This was clearly a reference to that. It wasn't a good one, but I think that's what it was. But I was but what about, there was an attempt. Attempt was made. And then, son, I am disappointed. But when Shia LaBeouf, like, he gets caught up in the vines and he goes up and the capuchin monkeys are there, they kind of look at him a little bit and like, then they follow him like he's the alpha monkey. And my friend goes, if you think about it, they've got similar hairstyles. So I'm wondering if maybe that's what it was. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know if that's real, but I'm just going to go with it because it makes it just a little bit easier in my brain.
That's the headcanon now. Yeah.
That's the headcanon now. That's the headcanon. But the last time I saw it was they did right before the Blu-ray release in 2012. They actually, AMC hosted a full 4-film marathon. And so it was like $25. A friend of mine and I went to go see it. And it was great. Oh my God, it was awesome. Because I'd seen Kingdom of the Crystal Skull in theaters. But, I was only like 7 when Last Crusade came out.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd never seen these in theaters. And sure, they weren't 35 millimeter prints, which was kind of bothersome, but, whatever. And, but we're watching it.
Sure.
I'm sorry, what?
They still look great, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the digital transfer was fantastic because, these are meant to be like the Blu-ray. If they did it now, it would all be the 4K restoration of it, which I do have, by the way. I bought that when it came out. I just haven't opened it yet. And, but when we got the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, it was really funny because I looked at my friend and I said, you can watch, man. You'll be able to wait for certain action scenes to happen and then people are going to leave. And then it's true. You get to like the opening Area 51 scene, like a large number of people left. And then after that, it was like literally after every action sequence, somebody would get up and leave. And I think at the end, like at the beginning of the beginning of the day, the whole theater was packed. At the end of the day, there was maybe like 30 people left watching, and I'm like, look, you 4 movies, $25. That's a long day anyway. These are, you're looking at a full 10 hours roughly. So people want to leave. I get that. But for me, watching them in order like that, you really can actually appreciate Crystal Skull more because you can see the self-referential aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like for example, when they're on the motorcycle in Crystal Skull and, they're trying to get away from the Russians, the look that Harrison Ford gives Shia LaBeouf is so reminiscent of when in Last Crusade when he's with his dad.
Okay, so yeah, there's like, I get that. I guess what I think the main thing overall, like not just nitpicking things that happen because there's definitely some controversial things like the nuke the fridge and everything. But overall, as far as the filmmaking, I'd say my biggest complaint is everything in the previous movies feels like when somebody gets hit or knocked off a fucking truck or whatever, there's impact and it looks like it hurts. And in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, everything is kind of cartoonish violence. Like it doesn't seem like it has impact whenever somebody gets punched or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, I get that. And it does have a lot to do with his age. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do with this movie. I mean, like I'm going to watch it. And James Mangold, I trust. I think he hasn't made a bad movie yet. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll have to. But on that note, I think I'm just going to answer this one here. Mo Moon says Matt simping on Bruce Campbell, but bullies The Rock. Yeah. And I don't understand. Was there a point of that, Mo? So let's see. Anyway, hold on here. Andrew Dunbar says, I remember back around 2006, the Rocky Mountain News had a columnist who was called up for the surge. He was killed in action, sniper. Oh, okay. I thought that was something else. But that's tragic, man. That's tragic. That whole whole invading Iraq thing. Ugh.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about on that one, but definitely not for a movie podcast.
Big yikes. Yeah.
Big, yeah, super huge yikes. But hey, everyone, listen. I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta get up. I got tomorrow. Take the kid back to preschool, so that's always gonna be good and fun. I still am I able to actually get on here and get tickets for Cinemark? Yeah, let me see. I might actually be able to get on there now because it seems to be lightening its load a little bit. But you can actually, if you go on eBay, funny enough, you can find more people selling tickets to see the movie. There is a couple tickets available for sale at the AMC City Walk in Universal, in Universal City, LA, and they want $14,200 for the tickets. You can also get 2 tickets, AMC Maryland, $150. That seems more manageable, like more reasonable, I should say. Still don't do it, but that person's not being as greedy. And then someone else is $500.
I'm looking in Portland now. I click buy tickets and nothing happened. Oh no, there it goes. Let's see. Let's try Thursday the 16th.
Yeah, Cinemark is still having issues. I just want to log in. I do want to log in to get my ticket. Son of a bitch. Because I mean, for me, I just want to see it.
Yeah, for sure. And the main thing is seeing it before it's fucking spoiled, because it basically means you're not going to be able to get on social media if you don't want to be spoiled until you see it.
That's a big one. That's actually a really big part of that too. There's a lot of that. And I can't even get access to the Cinemark app on my phone. So,
after I clicked on a specific time on Fandango, it's just won't load the page. So.
Lazy here says, I bought 4 extra tickets just so I don't get anyone sitting next to me.
That's a fucking dick move.
I mean, I get it, man.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, we're dealing with COVID and shit for sure. All right. It's fair.
What you do though is you go and you trade in those 4 tickets, right? You resell them back to the theater right when it's during the opening to the previews, because if it's sold out, the likelihood of people trying to get tickets last minute are pretty low. So if you then go and say my friends didn't show up, I want to return the tickets, you get your money back, and those tickets will probably still be unsold. I'm just saying. Or buy a ticket for that one spot in between the handicap spots, and you should be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I usually get the spot behind the guardrail that's between the handicap spots, because I like to put my feet up there.
That's a good. Well, now everything's got the reclining seats and shit. So that's what my theater has. I don't even worry about that anymore. But what's it's another thing too. If you ever want to sit in one of those disabled seats, and anyone ever asks you what it is, just say you have IBS.
Yeah, that's a good.
Or you're epileptic. It's just like, what? It's a silent thing.
Yeah, I've got sudden explosive shits disease. You don't want to,
Yeah, I've irritable bowel syndrome. It could happen at any time, and you want me to get to the bathroom, because if I don't, if that burrito I had for dinner decides to come out,
it's gonna be Spider-Man no clean clothes up in this bitch. That's the best I got. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna do the same thing here. Thank you very much, Dane, for Diversity coming on in. Be sure to check him out and give his channel a watch. And of course, I'll have you on again anytime you want to come on.
Thanks, man. Hope you have a good night, good week.
You too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully, sleep is what I'm after now. All right, everybody. We've been on for a little over 2 hours. It's been a fun-filled night. With any luck, you all will get your access to the Spider-Man tickets if you want them. And thank you all again for hanging out. Of course, I yawn right there at the end as I'm trying to do the outro. I will talk to you guys. I might be on tomorrow. I might take it up. I don't quite know yet. But again, Thank you all. Have yourself a great night, everybody, and peace out.